Here's a number that should bother you. A 300 Winchester Magnum kicks about 30 foot-pounds. A 7mm PRC kicks about 25. That's a real difference. You feel it on the 5th shot, and you definitely feel it on the 20th. But at 400 yards, using the same company's ammo out of the same length test barrel, the 7mm PRC is carrying more energy than the 300 Win Mag. Less kick, more punch where the animal actually is. That's not a fluke. That's the whole problem with how most people rank hunting cartridges. Everybody ranks by muzzle energy, and muzzle energy is the one number that never shows up in the field. Nothing gets shot at the muzzle. So today, I ranked 6 big game cartridges a different way. Not by power, by what I'd call the recoil tax. How much downrange performance you actually get for every foot-pound of abuse your shoulder absorbs. Plus, whether you can find the ammo without driving to 3 towns. Every ballistic number I'm using comes from Hornady's own published Precision Hunter data. Same bullet line, same 24-inch test barrels, apples to apples. Recoil figures come from published free recoil tables, which assume a typical hunting rifle weight. Heavier gun, less kick. So treat those as a comparison scale, not gospel. Fair warning, the cartridge most of the internet crowns as the greatest all-arounder in America does not finish first. Let's count down. Number 6, 300 Winchester Magnum. Starting at the bottom, with the one that'll make the comment section angry, the 300 Win Mag is not a bad cartridge. It's the most capable round on this list in raw terms. 200 grain ELD-X leaves at 2,860 feet per second, with 3,632 foot-pounds. At 400 yards, it's still hauling 2,297. Nothing in North America is bulletproof against that. Here's why it finishes last anyway. You pay about 30 foot-pounds of free recoil for that performance. The 7mm PRC gives you slightly more energy at 400 yards for roughly 5 foot-pounds less. The 7mm Remington Magnum gives up about 200 foot-pounds at that distance and charges you 7 foot-pounds less kick. The 300 is the only cartridge here where the price goes up faster than the performance. And recoil isn't an abstraction. It's the reason people flinch. It's the reason a guy shoots 2 boxes a year instead of 8. Nobody misses because their bullet had 400 fewer foot-pounds. They miss because they yanked the trigger and closed their eyes. If you're guiding in coastal Alaska, or you genuinely take 600-yard shots on elk, and you've done the work to shoot that well, take the 300. It earns its keep there. Put a brake or a suppressor on it, and it's very manageable. A good brake can cut felt recoil substantially, though a brake also makes it painfully loud for anyone standing next to you. For the other 90% of hunters, the 300 Win Mag is a lot of tax for capability you'll never cash in. Number 5, 308 Winchester. The 308 is the most sensible cartridge here, and it still lands at 5. Because sensible isn't the same as efficient. Short action, short barrels work fine. Cheap practice ammo, it's in every gun shop in the country, and it eats suppressors better than anything else on this list. Barrels last a long time. Recoil sits around 18 foot-pounds. Those are real advantages, and I'm not waving them off. The problem is the trajectory. That 178 grain Precision Hunter load starts at 2,600 feet per second, and by 500 yards, it's dropped over 50 inches from a 200-yard zero. It's carrying about 1,379 foot-pounds out there. Common rule of thumb for elk is 1,500 foot-pounds of impact energy, and that's a guideline people argue about, not a law of physics. But the 308 crosses under it somewhere around 450 yards. On deer, it's fine way past that. So the 308 isn't the do-everything cartridge people call it. It's the do-everything inside 400 yards cartridge, in timber, on a suppressed rifle, on hogs, on whitetails, on a deer-sized budget. It's excellent. But here's the thing that drops it. The cartridge sitting at number 1 on this list recoils less than a 308 and beats it in every single ballistic category. Once you know that, 308 stops looking like the balanced choice and starts looking like a compromise you made for the short action. Number 5. Keep that comparison in your head, because it comes back. Number 4. 7mm PRC. This is the one item I added that wasn't in the usual lineup, and it's here because it's the cleanest proof of the whole argument. Hornady's 175 grain load runs 3,000 feet per second and still has 2,371 foot-pounds at 400 yards, 2,141 at 500. That's more retained energy than the 300 Win Mag at both distances, for about 5 foot-pounds less recoil. It does that with a long, skinny, high BC bullet in an efficient case instead of brute powder capacity. That's just better engineering, and pretending otherwise is stubbornness. The market already noticed. By late 2025, the 7PRC had climbed into the top 5 rifle cartridges by ammo sales in the US, and it's one of the most common chamberings sitting on bolt gun racks right now. So why only number 4? Because efficiency on a chart isn't the same as efficiency in your life. Premium 7PRC ammo is expensive, and it's rarely the box on the clearance shelf. There's no cheap plinking load. Rifles chambered for it are almost all newer guns, so there's no 30-year-old used market to shop. And it's an overbore Magnum. You're gonna wear a throat out faster than you would with a standard cartridge. Nobody's shooting a barrel out on a deer hunt, but if you're a practice-heavy shooter, it matters. The 7PRC is the best pure design here. It's just the newest, and new costs money. Number 3. 30-06 Springfield. Now the one everybody expects at the top. I'm putting the 06 at 3, and I want to be precise about why. Because this isn't me being contrarian for clicks. The 30-06 is not the ballistic leader in this group, and it hasn't been for a long time. Hornady's 178 grain Precision Hunter load runs 2750 at the muzzle, 1799 foot-pounds at 400, 1570 at 500. That's a good hunting cartridge. It is also less energy at 400 yards than the 7mm Rem Mag delivers, for only a couple foot-pounds less recoil. On the efficiency scale I'm using, the 06 is squarely mid-pack. So what keeps it at 3 instead of 6? Bullet range. Nothing else here comes close. You can load a 30-06 from about 110 grains up to 220. Light varmint bullets, 150s for deer, 180 grain bonded stuff for elk, heavy 200-plus grain slugs for bear country. If you hand load, that flexibility is genuinely hard to replace. If you don't, the factory selection is still the deepest of any cartridge on this list, and availability is a real performance spec. The 06 is a top 10 seller nationally. It's on the shelf at the hardware store in towns with one stoplight, and there are millions of rifles chambered for it, including a used market where you can find a solid hunting rifle for a few $100. That's what 120 years buys you. Not superior ballistics, superior options. That's worth a lot, and it's worth exactly 3rd place. Number 3. And no, my grandfather's rifle shot one isn't a ballistic argument. It's a good reason to own one. It's not a reason to rank one. Number 2. 7mm Remington Magnum. Which brings us to the cartridge that usually gets stuck at the bottom of lists like this. Same Precision Hunter line, 162 grain ELD-X, 2,975 feet per second, 2,082 foot-pounds at 400 yards, 1,860 at 500. Compare that straight across to the 30-06. The 7 Mag is carrying roughly 16% more energy at 400 and about 18% more at 500, and it's shooting noticeably flatter. The recoil difference? Around 2 foot-pounds. Call it 8%. 16% more performance for 8% more kick is the best trade in this entire ranking among the classic cartridges. That's it. That's the case. There are honest downsides. It wants a 24-inch barrel to hit those numbers. Chop it to 20, and you're giving away velocity and getting a lot of muzzle blast in exchange. Barrel life is shorter than a standard cartridge, and the 7 Mag has faded in popularity, sliding down the sales charts as the PRCs took over the Magnum conversation. But that fade is your opportunity. Used 7mm Rem Mag rifles are some of the best values in a gun shop right now. Ammo is still made by everybody, and the performance didn't get worse just because the internet moved on. The reference list crowd treats the 7 Mag as a specialist. It isn't. It's a 30-06 that hits harder at distance and costs you almost nothing extra to shoot. Number 1. 270 Winchester. The 270 Winchester wins this ranking, and it wins on the one number that decides everything. What you get per unit of recoil. Hornady's 145 grain ELD-X leaves at 2,970 feet per second, essentially identical muzzle velocity to the 7mm Rem Mag, and holds 1,714 foot-pounds at 400 yards. Free recoil sits around 17.5 foot-pounds. Now put that next to the 308 from number 5. The 270 recoils less. It carries about 8% more energy at 400 yards, and at 500, it drops roughly 12 inches less. Less kick, more energy, flatter trajectory, all three at once. That basically never happens in ballistics. You almost always pay for something. And unlike the 308, the 270 doesn't fall apart when the country opens up. It'll do everything a 30-06 does on deer, antelope, hogs, and black bear, at less than a Magnum's cost in recoil, with a trajectory that keeps holdover simple out to 400. It's not perfect, and I won't pretend it is. Bullet selection is thinner than any 30 caliber. You don't have that 200-plus grain heavyweight option, and that matters if you're hunting big coastal bears. On elk, I'd want a premium bonded or monolithic bullet, and I'd want the shot inside 400. And popularity-wise, it's slipped. It's still a top 10 seller, but it's not the default anymore. Here's the interesting part, though. When one of the bigger hunting channels surveyed roughly 880 of its viewers about their single favorite hunting cartridge, the 270 came out on top with about 20% of the vote, ahead of the 308 and well ahead of the 06. That's a self-selected audience poll, not proof of anything technical. But when the math says a cartridge is the efficiency leader and thousands of hunters independently say it's their favorite, those two things are probably related. Best performance per recoil on this list, with ammo you can buy anywhere.
Run it back.
6. 300 Win Mag, the most capable and the most expensive to shoot well. 5. 308 Winchester, great inside 400. Outclassed, passed it. 4. 7mm PRC, the best design here, priced like it. 3. 30-06, mid-pack ballistics, unmatched bullet range and availability. 2. 7mm Rem Mag, the value play nobody's talking about. 1. 270 Winchester, the most performance per foot-pound of kick you'll find. If you take one thing from this, stop shopping muzzle energy. Look at what's left at 400 yards. Divide it by what your shoulder has to absorb, and check whether the ammo's actually on the shelf. Rank that way, and half the conventional wisdom flips over. 2 questions I actually want answered. First, who's more offended? The 300 Win Mag guys seeing it dead last, or the 30-06 crowd seeing it at 3? Make your case, and use numbers if you've got them. Second, if you've killed an elk with a 270, tell me the bullet and the distance. That's the argument that always comes down to bullet construction, and I'd rather hear real accounts than theory. And if you want to go further down this road, the next obvious question is whether the 6.5 Creedmoor deserves a spot in this conversation at all. It recoils about a third less than a 270 and gives up real energy to do it. I broke that one down separately, and it's a closer call than either side admits. Shoot what you can shoot well. Thanks for watching.